Trying to get it outside. The defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Trey 15. Trey 15. Black. Black. 81.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Let's 5-3.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And Elliott puts this one through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So our initial drive of the night ends in 3 points. Maybe not exactly what this home crowd wanted, but they'll take the early lead.
They will take it. You're exactly right. Everybody wants a touchdown. But in this case, good opening drive, put points on the board. And a lot of coaches do believe the first team to score in the game, statistically, often ends up the winner.
And here come the Redskins now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Detroit!
Allen now looks to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Detroit! Gone!
They do go for it. Here's Allen. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Lucky 56.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 45.
82.
On play action, Wentz. Going up top. It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Airing one out for Crowder. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Washington! Jamison Crowder, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. And that is how you retaliate after getting scored on one play, big pass downfield, and you hit the end zone.
Almost feels like 2 boxers just throwing haymakers at each other, doesn't it? One connects with a big one, the other comes right back. Okay, I'll show you. And they attacked right back on the first play of the drive and hit him big.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They go play action here on first down. And got his man complete. That one goes for 36 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Run, run.
Wentz now on first down. Open man is Chesson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. Open space inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Darren Sproles with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
Let's go.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Gun! Detroit! Detroit! Gun!
Now this time he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's going to have to absorb the contact. And as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Allen. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Going for it on fourth down. Allen. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
6-5-7.
Now it's Ajayi, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Come on.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what I think
that factored in.
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end. When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Here's Allen to throw it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They're going to try and throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down at the other 46. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And his throw is incomplete.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Eagles have recovered.
You know I love football. You know I love the game.
I hope so.
But nighttime in December, you know I'm wearing multiple coats. So I just wonder about the guys on the field with all the great gear that they have. Do they have enough on, or do they have too much on? Because sometimes that can affect you trying to carry the ball.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first, or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
The Redskins on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Airing one out for Crowder. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the 1st down, and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. So the shotgun snap to Allen, being chased out left. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking to get that one to Chris Thompson, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and goal.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Over.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redskins have made this a 1-score game. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Black, come on.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Detroit!
From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
Now we've got whistles here before the snap. Was this on the Redskins? I think so. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So on 4th down, they're going to go again. Keep in mind, they're 3 of 4 so far in these situations.
Gun!
They'll try and throw for it here. Looking long for his tight end read. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. And out come the Eagles. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Shorty. 81.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Doug Pederson's guys come up empty here on 4th down. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Detroit! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
List 5-7. List 5-7.
They run again with Ajayi. Ajayi's going to go. 20. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play there from Ajayi. 51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound Brandon no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Detroit! Detroit!
On play action, Allen buying time to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side. And this will be caught at the 30. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. And even 50 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Gone! 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 Gone!
Allen looks to throw on second down. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long, he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. Ajayi hit. He lost the football. But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was. And Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Ram.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Ertz over the middle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Wentz now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Throwing is Wentz. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The 4-time All-Pro, Navarro Bowman. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now Allen throwing on second down. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been enough. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brandon Graham in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now Sproles. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And this one is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
81.
Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. Forced out to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Allen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. On second down, here's Allen. Pass incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The Redskins on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Watch him now, Barney.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Gone! Detroit!
One final try here for Allen. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Gone!
Allen now on first down. Escaping the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Mike Bennett able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. So after the INT, here's Wentz. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Wentz now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Ajayi. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, They're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The offense on third down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Now Wentz will keep it. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
They gain nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge. Their D-line surge leading to fourth. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Run.
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wentz. This one caught by Chesson and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Ajayi. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Great 15. And ram.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The Eagles on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Wentz. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, 5, and we are tied. They return it to the house. And now Charles, the extra point, can give them the lead.
And they did it on defense. What a play.
And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. Two division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Flushed out right. And he's got it complete to Darren Sproles. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
81.
Back to throw. Wentz. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Matt Ioannidis in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. The Eagles on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
81. Black.
Wentz to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sideline?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays...
And what in the world? Now they're going to fake it. And he is not going to get the first, but remember, it was only 1st down, so a bit of an odd play, and it results in 2nd down.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop.
Gone! Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Allen. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Ram.
They run with Ajayi, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it, as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. On second down, here's Wentz. Being chased out left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Given the snow, you'd have to think they're likely not in field goal range just yet as they come up on a critical third down. This is Ajayi. And he'll go down at the 28. And they get the timeout called here. It comes with 1 second remaining on the clock.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And he nailed it. It's good. Through the snowflakes, he finds a way to get it to go. And the Eagles are going to win the football game. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't